Diving in, and I am thrilled to welcome the multiplayer team from Treyarch to the desk. We have Matt Schrantz, Brittany Perello, and Joanna Long. Guys, I get to see you all the time at the studio. I feel very fortunate for that. But we're here to talk. We're here to talk about the world to Black Ops 6.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's just dive right into this. I keep saying dive. Look at that. I have something on the mind. I can't seem to figure out. That might be some Omni-Movement. Oh, boy. Now, we're about to see some live Black Ops 6 gameplay in just a little bit. And as I had already alluded to, Omni-Movement is going to be the talk of the town. Matt, why don't you tell us, what we should be expecting with this new movement option that's going to be coming to Black Ops 6, because it really does feel like it is changing the game. I'm seeing these players absolutely decimate.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, you said it. They're going to be able to dive right in. They're going to be able to slide right in. They're going to be able to sprint right in. Whatever they want to do, Omni Movement will unlock that ability.
In any direction.
In any direction. To your heart's desire. Omni. That's what that means.
We've been hearing about Omni Movement since reveal. We got to talk about it a little bit in the direct. But today is the first time we're actually seeing it live, happening all around us in action. Matt, how do you expect the streamers to be showing off Omni Movement today?
I've caught a few glimpses of some screens, and I don't think they're going to have any problem. These are all very good players. I fully expect diving out of windows, rotating backwards, and taking out enemies in all 360 degrees.
All the action hero glory today. And you can feel it for yourself starting in just a couple of days in our multiplayer beta.
Yeah, that's right, folks. So you pre-order Black Ops 6 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans. You can get early access to Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta now starting in 2 days. That's August 30th. And don't forget to preload the beta starting today. We have the technology, so preload it.
Yeah,
get in there.
And also get those juicy rewards.
Yeah.
But Brittany, speaking of beta, you and the team have been very busy because you're talking about maps. We got a lot of them lined up for launch. Let's take a look.
We got all the maps.
We've got maps.
Yeah.
We've got maps.
Oh my goodness, you got every map. That's awesome.
We've got 16 brand new maps at launch.
Brand new.
All brand new, and we're going to be playing 8 at the beta. So that's 5 core 6v6 and 3 of our strike maps.
Wow,
awesome.
that is typically, for the betas, you get like maybe 1 or 2 maps, a couple morsels. You guys going in?
Big offering.
Yeah,
you're going
huge. You're going to see these here today. Brittany, is there one beta map you think folks are going to be really excited about playing?
I mean, there's not just one. They're all going to be great. Getting a hands-on look so that you can practice when the game comes out. But I'm personally really excited for players to play Skyline. I've been slaying really hard on that one in Hardpoint, and you got to dive into the pool.
Yeah. Omni Movement, the pool, match made in heaven.
Tell you, it's giving me some, if I'm remembering right, some estate vibes, you know what I mean?
All right,
got some fancy buildings, I like that. I like the way it looks. All right, now we're talking about maps here, but I love me some modes. Let's talk about some modes here, because we got a nice mix of modes that are going to be coming for the streamers to play, for the people at home to be able to play in the beta. But Joanna, there is one mode in particular that has caught my eye when I was looking through the menu, and that was Kill Order.
Yes.
What's Kill Order?
Yes, Kill Order is our new mode for Black Ops 6. It's a combination of a Slayer and objective mode. Every team will have their own high-value target, and is the key to their victory. Each team will want to protect their high-value target, aka HVT, while attacking the enemy's HVT. Any elimination will count towards their team score, but you will get more score if your HVT gets a kill and you eliminate the enemy's HVT.
So you get to be aggressive or defensive, however you want to pick your poison.
This is one of my favorite modes so far in Black Ops 6. We've had a lot of fun play testing it. I've seen people getting pretty rowdy in the pit at the studio over this. And if you're selected as HVT, you're actually going to get some unique bonuses, right?
Correct. You will get a bit of more perks as the HVT. You get a bit of extra protection with armor plates, and you can see enemies with directional indicators on their minimap.
Okay, so you can be a little bit of a shot caller
yes,
for
exactly.
your team. Or not, and be a terrible friend, and not call things out.
Turtle up, just be aggressive, whatever you want to do.
It's a good way to know who really has your back, let's be honest.
I know that my friends will not call things out for me. And they will want me to suffer.
Your ride or dies really are.
Yeah, truly, mostly die. Now, let's talk about, because obviously you have all the maps you can play Kill Order on. Is there one map in particular that stands out to you that people should be looking out for in the beta?
I mean, you talked about aggressive players. I'm definitely a more aggressive high value target. The game
Slayer.
is telling me I'm important, so I gotta.
Game's telling you you're a high value
show
girl.
it. I gotta show it off. So I really like Babylon for that one. Just you're in the action. As the HVT, it's easy to just go around, rack up the kills.
Ooh, all right.
Some say aggressive, some say careless.
Yeah.
I
err on the side of carelessness for sure.
We've got plenty of new modes as well as fan favorites returning at launch and into the live seasons. We're only talking about Kill Order here today because it's in the beta. But Joanna, what can you give us a little taste of in terms of modes for launch?
Yeah, of course. We took a hard look at every mode in our portfolio, whether it's your traditional core modes or new modes like Kill Order. And for example, in Domination, we are bringing back objective zones.
Yeah,
sick.
Exactly.
Okay.
Having it as zones allows players to have a bit more space for exciting engagements battling over A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Another thing we took a look at is hardpoint. And what we did there, we basically added numbers to our objective icons to make it easier for players to call them out to teammates and to help players to remember and understand the specific rotations of the zones.
Yeah.
So
Sweats rejoice.
Yeah. Esports gang's excited. In terms of what other modes and newness and maps, Brittany, what have you got for us in the live seasons?
I mean, we're
Just a little hint,
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Still cooking.
we are still cooking. We've been told players want maps, so
I hear that is
I
a
read
thing.
it on the internet.
we're making a
That
lot.
must mean it's true. Yeah.
We've got new things cooking up, and we're also excited to revisit some fan favorites from the Black Ops universe.
Matt,
Yeah.
fan favorites.
Yeah. I mean,
Got
that-
any?
Fan favorite, you say?
There are certain maps where it just wouldn't be a Black Ops game without. That's all I'll say.
Well, stay tuned later in the show. We might get a sneak peek. Welcome back to the desk. We're now joined by Yale Miller from Treyarch. Of course, we're welcoming back Matt, Brittany, and Joanna. And Yale, obviously Treyarch's been cooking for a while. You guys have had a little bit to work on Black Ops 6. So what was the studio's vision for creating this game?
I think from the start, we really looked at what makes a great Call of Duty game, what makes a great Black Ops game, and we focused our energy on pushing on all those things like movement and all those things that everyone knows and loves about Black Ops games, and frankly we love about Black Ops games, and then just continually asking ourselves, like, how can it be better, how can it be better, looking at classic features, other things. So you're going to see a lot of that, and obviously a ton of innovations across MP, zombies that just lean into Black Ops.
Yeah, and I love hearing how you guys two were inspired by Black Ops of old, but also looking forward and how all those things work together.
Yep, people have built this into an amazing franchise, and we can't ignore some of the awesome things that we've done in the past, but we know we have to push everything further. So it's just like, how can every little thing be a little bit better every day?
And Black Ops 6 is definitely that, but let's talk a little bit about map design. Brittany, what are some of the core philosophies that you guys, have approached your map portfolio with for Black Ops 6 multiplayer?
Yeah, I mean, the classic 3-lane design is in there. Globe trotting, getting a lot of unique locations, and really focused on small to medium-sized maps for that tight gameplay and still offer room for meaningful decisions.
Boom.
Great. We got a little commotion here in the studio, but moving on. So let's talk more about maps. We're going to take a look at our launch maps here. Closer look at some of the goodness coming soon. Here we go. We got Subsonic kicking us off. Brittany, take us through.
So this one, that was the Persian Gulf, and then this one's our Redcard map in a soccer stadium in Avalon, our Mediterranean-inspired region. Vault's also in the Persian Gulf. This one, it seems a really fun one. I think you guys have seen in the trailer.
Possible competitive map.
Hopefully.
Probably.
Very, very clean, 3-lane. Love that.
And we're coming up on beta maps here, so let's take a look closer at beta maps.
So a ton of great maps in that. There's 8 beta maps that are just
8
awesome.
beta maps in total. Of course, we've got our 5 core 6v6 and our 3 strike maps. Brittany, let's talk a little bit more about strike maps.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to see them in a little bit, of course, but
these are our extra small maps. Face-off, gunfight, super popular in Cold War, so we wanted to make these part of our standard offering and really lean into the designs for these. And there's a lot of fun, controlled chaos. There's no
like that.
score streaks.
Yeah, so there's of course no score streaks on the face-off maps.
Yeah, we want to let you live a little bit and get around.
Strike maps are some of my favorite. I like to just turn my brain off, run forward, and kill or be killed.
I mean, I think that's how I approach every match of Call of Duty, period. But yeah, I mean, we're calling that the strat, then let's go. But Matt and Neil, we also have intelligent movement in Black Ops 6. Now, this is sort of all part of a lot of the bigger movement changes we've made with Omni-Movement. Can you talk to us a little bit about what intelligent, how intelligent movement works for players and what it can do for them? Yeah, so it really started with, we know we're asking more and more of our players how many times we're asking them to click a button or a key, and we want players to be focused on what they want to do and not how to do it. So intelligent movement at a very high level will reduce how many times you have to click your stick to sprint or slide or do all that. So it'll be in your player settings. Check it out in the beta. It's broken up into 3 settings. Please, please, please check it out. It's going to make your game easier. Yeah, further customization for how you want to traverse the world, which is super awesome. And like I said, Omni-Movement, we've been talking about it all day. We're seeing it all day around us. You're going to feel it for yourself in the beta this week, hopefully. But it's designed for players of all skill levels. And, if you're a little unsure, the Treyarch team's got you covered.
Yeah, it's from the beginning, we wanted to make sure everyone had those like awesome Black Ops moments, kind of that action hero. And some of this just allows it to be a little bit easier for different players, and also just really good players, and find their sweet spot of like, I don't want to click to sprint, stuff like that. That's super helpful. And
if you still need help, we've got a training course in the beta on a new map, Protocol, which you'll get a sneak peek at. That's a launch map, but go check out the training course if you need to get your feet a little bit more wet. Yeah, so check out the Omni-Movement training course in beta. Sneak peek at the map of Protocol. And speaking of beta, you can tune into the Call of Duty podcast this week and get some neat tips and tricks. But let's take a look at the beta schedule here, kicking off August 30th. And if you want in on that Omni-Movement training course, you'll of course need access to the beta. So pre-order Black Ops 6 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta starting very soon. And don't forget to preload. 2 days.
Yeah, you can preload now. So what are you doing watching us? Go make sure you're preloading while you're tuning into the show.
I'm preloaded.
And you can also earn, neat rewards. Your XP will count towards...
Absolutely. We wanted to make sure anyone that's playing the beta, they feel like they're still progressing in MW3 and those things. So it's just a huge level up.
Come play. Progress.
Come play. Let's do it. All right, we've had a sneak peek at some of our operators out there in gameplay, and people seem to particularly be digging Klaus. But can you talk to us a little bit more about building out these characters and the factions a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really starts with the story of Black Ops 6 and the single-player campaign. So on one side, we've got your rogue Black Ops agents. You're hunted on the run. You don't have Uncle Sam backing you. And then on the other side, you've got Crimson One. They do have the military machine backing them, and they're trying to chase down those rogue Black Ops agents.
And it's been a huge push for us just on fidelity of all those. Like you see with the maps, they're the best looking maps we've ever done, but that didn't stop with maps characters as well. So how can we make sure that these are truly Black Ops characters, but just the fidelity that we're pushing on the view model, everything in third person, all the animation stuff. Shout out to all the graphics engineers back at home, but like huge push there.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So make sure you're watching the streams. We're going to get a look at some more operators in action today. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these badass Black Ops agents from the Vault Edition. These in particular, that's Adler. Yeah, this is actually an Adler skin, which is pretty dope. Do you have a
Joanna, you've got a favorite, don't you?
Yeah, this is my favorite. This is Brutus from our fan favorite map, Mob of the Dead.
Yeah. We got to work some zombies in there,
exactly.
right?
So much zombies.
It's Treyarch. It's a Black Ops game. We need our zombies. There's Klaus.
Yep.
Like I said, Klaus, I think, has been a favorite at Next so far. We've heard a lot of Klaus hype in chat. But that's it for us at the desk. Treyarch team, thank you for joining us.
Welcome back, everyone, to the desk. Joining us now, we've got more from the Treyarch team, more amazing humans to talk about Black Ops 6. We got Pablo Ortiz, Matt Schrantz, and Lawrence Metten to dive into everything. Yet again, I used dive again.
Dive. Let's
you know
do
what?
it
It fits with Omni.
Whatever you want to do.
I was seeing a lot of people do diving over there. That was wild.
It works.
The amount of craziness that we were seeing from our players was absolutely incredible. This game is, I'm stoked.
Thanks to Nameless and Alley and Pocket, we've already got a meta conversation going, so we have no one better to talk about that than Pablo. We know the players can't wait to get their hands on the Black Ops 6 weapons in the beta. We've been seeing them in action. I've heard a little love for the Tonto, the XM4, the Jackal. We're going to get into that a little bit, but what was your general approach to designing the weapons for this game?
Yeah, on a high level, we really wanted the gunplay to be super tight, really fluid with all the movement that we have going on as well. But still hitting that high fidelity, like best looking weapons that we've ever done.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth, though, man? They look fantastic.
Well, we did see some of the inspect animations too, and they are fire.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're looking and feeling great. And yeah, a lot of variety too. That was a big goal for us, making sure that every weapon has its own distinct identity, audio, visuals, the mechanics, all of that. So you're going to see a lot of classics returning, like the XM4, better than ever before. But it's Black Ops, so operators are getting their hands on a lot of experimental prototype weapons as well, and those start getting a little more out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of prototypes, we have some weapons coming at launch in Black Ops 6 that are completely new to Call of Duty, all new to the franchise, never been in a game before. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and really just comes back to the weapons team having a blast exploring and capturing that 90s essence, which is pretty untapped for the franchise.
Yeah, we've never been to the 90s before, God.
Guys, we're very well versed in the 90s.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, personal experience.
Don't date us, Al.
Hey, I'm on this conversation too, okay?
So at launch, 12 of our weapons players will be seeing for the very first time ever in Call of Duty, which is awesome. And you're gonna get to play with a bunch of those in the beta as well.
Are they? So we will be able to mess around with those in the beta.
Yes, I know people. I've seen a lot of Jackal PDWs.
Okay,
the Vault Edition floating around out there in the stream, and that weapon's amazing if you love playing aggressively, rushing objectives.
Again.
Yeah, if you're a little impatient like me.
Gun.
Yeah,
there you go.
So I want to see it in action later today too, not just an MP, but very exciting.
Yeah, no, absolutely awesome. But I mean, there's even more to talk about too, right? Because you guys are also approaching things differently with attachments as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, this is really excited about where we landed with attachments this time around. Kind of two core pillars, right? The first was attachments should always feel really good to equip, make your weapon better, right? And the second pillar was giving players confidence and clarity so that they, feel like they can experiment in Gunsmith and make their own builds without having to go online and look something up.
Yeah, you're kind of you want to empower people to have the confidence to build their own loadout, use those attachments, know what they're doing. I think that it's awesome, and we're going to hopefully see a lot of customization here at Call of Duty Next today.
Yeah, now what else should we know about attachments here? Like, because I feel like there's more than meets the eye with all this stuff.
Yeah, so, I mean, players are going to notice that there's way fewer cons across the board, and attachments are more focused on providing one or two big chunky improvements.
Got it.
And there's also, that's mostly consistent in terms of where those improvements will be on all your weapons, so that you quickly are getting into these situations where you're like, okay, I want to make my weapon ADS faster. I know I go to the rear grip, I put on the quick draw. It's that simple.
Love that.
Yeah.
And we're going to get deep into weapon progression with Lawrence here in a little bit, but talk to us about what things are shared in terms of unlocks in the attachment system.
Yeah, so for most of the attachments, you're going to go through your normal weapon leveling journey and unlock everything for just that weapon, but then optics are going to be shared within a class.
Oh,
nice.
That's huge.
Yeah, so if you're playing with your XM4, you might unlock like a red dot or something like that, and you're going to immediately be able to put that on your AK, no matter what level that AK is, right? It could be...
Oh, that is big.
May have never touched it before. It might be rank 1, and you can already put a red dot on there.
Yeah, it gives you that advantage to be able to get in there early with the weapon.
I can tell who here is not an iron sight stand.
Not it. Yeah, not it.
That's me.
No, I love iron sights. I love iron sights, but having that ability to be able to go across is absolutely fantastic.
Give me some good, clean glass. That's all I need.
Yeah, well, now we got it. No matter what, as long as it's unlocked in that class. But Matt, actually, you know, time to kill is something that players are always curious about with a new title, TTK, time to kill. How did you guys approach that for Black Ops 6?
It is a critically important part of the game. So I'll go through some quick hits, right? We're slightly lower TTK. You're going to die a little bit faster than something like Cold War. We're at 100 health. We've tested a ton of different health values and around with the weapon damage, but we feel like where we're at right now, it sits really well in the world of Black Ops 6 with Omni-Movement, our attachment philosophy. But of course, we're definitely looking for data and feedback in the beta, so please give it to us in appropriate ways, and we will listen and assess and adjust.
Follow at Treyarch for more on that. Yes. We'll be looking for it throughout the beta.
I'm definitely very interested in how Omni-Movement and that lower TTK are going to play with one another. We've even seen it here come to life too, and it's been really fascinating. And I think it's only going to just continue to add a little bit more. You know, and make you be a bit more strategic.
Yeah, I mean, it was really important to be able to react.
Yes.
Right. So we don't want the health so low that you just immediately die. Yeah. But we don't want it so high to where you get frustrated, right? So we feel like we're in a really good spot to where you get a little bit of a dance, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah. Now,
designed with Omni-Movement in mind.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Now, Lawrence, my fellow Camo enthusiasts out there are many of us. I hear you have some really exciting things for us in terms of challenges this game.
Yeah, so there's a lot you're going to be able to do with weapons. First off, we're bringing reticle challenges and reticle customization back.
Nice.
So that's back to Call of Duty this year. We have an update to the Camo system, and as part of that, we have some really dope mastery camos.
We're seeing them right now.
Our Treyarch weapons team has really gone all out, and we are confident we're delivering the best mastery camos we've ever seen in the franchise. Take a look at Dark Matter here. Back and better than ever. And when you shoot this thing, it actually has some dynamic elements that add and swirl and move. Really dope mastery camos in the game this year. We'll have more to show later in the broadcast with the other modes. But
okay, yeah. If that's just only a taste and a moose.
You got mastery camos for every mode.
I'm gonna call out. Lawrence said it. The team killed it on the mastery camos. I see the conversation come up of which was the best gold camo. I see Black Ops 1 come up a lot. I don't necessarily disagree. I think we've topped it. I think we've topped
bold.
It.
Bold move. Bold move.
Let us know.
Hey,
let us know.
There are a lot of cool stuff here, without a doubt here. And these things are looking absolutely incredible. But also, something is looking equally as incredible, our Vault Edition weapons, which, I am very, very excited for. I mean, look at these things. They look so cool.
And everybody's running these on the streams today. Like, we've seen these in action.
They are gorgeous. Of course, if you pre-order the Vault Edition and you can unlock bonus content, including the Hunters versus Hunted Operator Pack, the Mastercraft Weapon Collection, the Gobblegum Pack, and Season 1 Black Cell. Plus, if you pre-order the Vault Edition, you will get the chance to use these operators and these weapons. And look at these. I mean, this is absolute shenanigans. You're going to get to use them in the beta. So that's freaking awesome. I'm really stoked for that one.
I like Spooky Fish Knife. Yeah, he's trying to hurt you.
He does try to hurt you.
Yeah, it clearly is Spooky Fish Knife.
I forgot what his actual name is, but that's the one that calls out to me.
That's the name. Actually, they're
perfect.
Yeah, change it in the game. Yeah, it's awesome. Now, of course, there is one thing in particular that I have been excited to ask today, and this is the return of Classic Prestige. We saw the announcement. People were popping off about it. Lawrence, what can you tell us about, Classic Prestige? Just give us an overview. What we should be expecting, because I hear Classic, I think Classic.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what we're delivering in Black Ops 6 and then some. So we're super excited to be bringing Classic Prestige back to the franchise. If you're unfamiliar with Classic Prestige, you're going to start leveling up 1 to 55, unlocking content for use in your loadouts. If you hit max level, you're going to have the choice to prestige, relock all that 1 to 55 content.
Yeah.
Do it again, having gained a little
And you still get the perma unlock as well, like it was back in the day?
That is back. So every prestige, you're going to have a permanent unlock. If maybe you lost access to your favorite weapon or your favorite perk, use that permanent unlock, get it back right away. We have 10 prestiges in Black Ops 6. Make it through those. You'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 levels to climb through.
Let's take a quick look at our sneak peek Prestige 1 icon.
Dude.
So I remember having a conversation with Lawrence in our office. I think maybe we shared an office at the time, talking about bringing this back. And it's like, well, if we're going to make the best Black Ops game ever, then you kind of got to do it. And we said it's got to be a no-brainer to want to enter Prestige. And the team, Lawrence, hats off, like, absolute no-brainer, and I'm going to try to max prestige. I'm going to try to get dark matter. I'm going to try to do all the things.
Yeah, I love that you've said, too, it's not so punishing, that you've made it super rewarding, and, like, of course I'm going to want to relock everything. I'm not risking it all, so to speak.
Yeah.
So on top of that, you know,
it's
pretty great rewards.
Yeah, actually,
talk about too.
That's the other thing too, right? Because, you know, one of the things that we always enjoy about the track and putting in that time in is unlocking things and getting stuff. So what are going to be some of the prestige rewards and just in general that we should be expecting with this?
Yeah, so we didn't want to just bring back Classic Prestige. We wanted to go bigger than ever. We wanted to build the most rewarding version of Classic Prestige we've ever seen. We have a ton of high-value skins, blueprints, charms, and more, all created just for the Prestige system.
Okay.
And I mean, we showed the Prestige 1 icon a minute ago.
Amazing.
If that looked like the World at War zombie to
I
you,
was going to ask. It's got it looked really familiar.
Hint, hint.
it's because it is. And so one thing we're doing in Black Ops 6 is each Prestige is actually themed after a game in Black Ops history. So not only are we bringing back a fan favorite classic system, it's oozing with nostalgia. It's going to take you on a trip through the past Black Ops games. We're super excited.
I cannot wait to see what the Black Ops 1 one is. Oh, I'm so excited.
I mean, I think people are going to love these so much.
Yeah.
But Lawrence, what happens to your weapons when you're relocking? Just because this is a new system, we want to take people through what they should expect in terms of what happens to our stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be Classic Prestige if it wasn't a little dangerous. You're going to relock that 1 to 55 content. But you're not going to lose weapon progression. You're not going to lose your global weapon builds.
Yep.
You're not going to lose challenge progress. When you re-unlock a weapon, you'll have all the builds you created for that weapon available as soon as you get access again. And it was important to us, to Matt's point earlier, we want players to prestige, but we also want it to pay homage and reflect the classic system.
Yeah.
And so that relock is an important part. You also mentioned the permanent unlock, Alex, so that'll help you mitigate the relock if you really lose.
I'm excited.
It's
I'm
still
excited
a little
for that.
scary.
Yeah, so only just a smidgen.
Yeah,
you know? Only
it's a calculated risk, and I like that in my Call of Duty. But it really wouldn't be a Black Ops game without a couple of other things that I think you are going to surprise us with.
Yeah, so we got a lot to unlock in the game. Calling card challenges with a deep set of those. We
Always.
have 100% completion cards in the game at launch. So if you complete the set in multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone, you're going to be rewarded for doing so. Each prestige has its own set of calling
Those are
card
so
challenges.
sick.
The zombies one looks so cool.
We got Dark Ops challenges. You need Dark
Let's
Ops challenges in
go.
a Black Ops game. So if you're unfamiliar with those are as tough as they get. Hidden criteria challenges that we're excited to see which ones the community find and which ones they maybe take a while to discover. We will not be giving hints.
Nope.
Okay.
Redacted.
Smart.
But yeah, a lot to unlock and excited to see what resonates with players.
So we were hearing Miles talk about a little bit while they were casting some gameplay, but it seems like medals are back, and I'm excited for them. So it seems like there are a ton for us to be able to earn as well. Is that right?
Yeah, we have over 150 medals in multiplayer. Lots of returning fan favorites.
A lot of nuts.
And a lot of new ones too that we're excited for players to discover.
You can see
and
them popping
earn.
up on screen.
Yeah, we've been seeing, we got some turned on action earlier.
Love it turned on.
Yeah, that's Pablo's
When you
favorite.
get tagged in the back and just have the perfect flick.
Yep.
My personal favorite is Doink, because it's fun to say
Fun to
and
say.
see Doink.
Yep.
But yeah, there's.
I like how you say, I like doink.
I do. I mean, I popped up and they were telling me some of the ones that were coming. And I was like,
kill an enemy with an impact from a tactical grenade.
That was Stephanie's.
It's a little different than stuff.
It was Stephanie's favorite before she knew what it was.
It's true.
She just heard doink. She was like, I'm in.
We love equipment here, okay?
My personal faves are, we have a 1v1, 1v2, 1v3, and 1v everyone medals.
Nice.
And,
I get those all the time.
And search and destroy, right?
Yeah. S&D, going to this. All the time. Picking up those 1v3 medals. This guy's unbelievable. All right, folks. Well, before we wrap up things here at the Desto, Stephanie, I think there is one more thing that our friends at Treyarch wanted to talk about, because I see it here on the little graphic that we got.
You are so right, Alex. And one more thing. I'm coming to you, Lawrence. So Treyarch has obviously worked on every ranked mode the last few years. We simply need to know when ranked multiplayer is coming to Black Ops 6. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so, I mean, we love competitive COD. Ranked play is in the DNA at Treyarch. And in a lot of ways, we've been building towards Black Ops 6 as the definitive ranked play experience. And we're delivering it earlier than it's ever launched in a Call of Duty game, early in Season 1.
Season 1.
All right.
Ranked MP coming
My
to
friends are
Black
watching.
Ops
They're
6.
massive sweats. They're very happy about that. You know,
a lot of people, a lot of cheering in the room. I think when we talked about this to some of the creators in the building. But thank you so much, Treyarch team, Pablo, Matt, Lawrence.
Thank you.
It's been awesome to have you here today. Thank you for sharing everything that's coming to the game.
Back.
Yeah, and it seems like most importantly, you guys are excited about it, which I think you guys are excited about it.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it just radiates to all of us. That joy is so awesome, and I think I speak for everyone in here. This game's freaking awesome.
The vibes are high.
The vibes are high. It's great. It's Black Ops at its absolute finest. But that, of course, covers our news on Black Ops 6 multiplayer.